I've really enjoyed hearing from CJ Stroud over the course of the last week. And of course, it would be a lot better to hear from CJ Stroud if he had been getting ready for the big game, the Super Bowl. But there were a couple of moments that took place on Friday where he was doing his media rounds that really excited me. Should they excite me as much as they have? Probably not. But during an interview that CJ Stroud did with Kay Adams on the Up and Adams show, CJ was not able to make himself look at the Lombardi trophy that was in the little studio they were doing the interview in. And Kay Adams was fascinated by this, but CJ's a real one. Take a listen.
You guys, this is the actual Lombardi trophy, CJ.
I don't want to look at it yet.
What?
I'm not going to look at it.
You're not going to look at it? Why?
Because I'm on my own and I don't want to.
This is the actual one that will be given out to either the Niners or the Chiefs. You don't want to look at it?
Nope. I'm on my own.
You won't even make eye contact with it. I find that fascinating. Really, everybody else is like taking selfies with it. No, why? Can you explain that a little better so I get it?
I don't know. I just feel like I want to put my eyes on the one that I want to win, you know. So that's already up for grabs from two other teams, and you know I'm not available in those games. Those aren't my team. That's not my team. So you know I'd rather just wait next year for mine.
I love this mentality, and I hope it happens. And you guys are well on your way. You have leadership and all the right things and all the right stuff and all the right places.
Thank you.
I love that moment. Just a great moment. That's a real winner. That's a real one. He is him. He is that dude. He wants his own trophy, and he's not going to look at somebody else's trophy. Guys, that is a loyal man. Ladies, husband material. But CJ Stroud right here saying those things gave me some Tom Brady vibes. Just giving me some Tom Brady vibes. Now, is that something that Tom Brady advised CJ Stroud to say at that lunch? Maybe. Is it a mentality he advised him to have there? I don't know, but it reminded me of my Lord and Savior, Tom Brady, after winning his first Super Bowl, doing an interview with NFL Films. And Tom's asked about the possibility of never going back to a Super Bowl because he won one in the first one that he ever went to. His answer, gold.
Has that ever crossed your mind that, boy, I might never be back here again?
It's never crossed my mind. I don't think that ever will cross my mind. I had an equipment manager in college. I mean, he had been at Michigan for 25 years or so. He's got so many Big Ten rings. I mean, he doesn't have enough fingers for all the rings he's got. And he says, you know what? Whenever he says, you know what, Tom, you know what my favorite ring is? And I said, which one's that? He goes, the next one. That's what I think, the next one. That's my favorite.
Oh, man. It just gets me excited hearing that again, because then he would go on to win 6 more Super Bowls, number one. But number two, I mean, didn't you, with CJ Stroud and Kay Adams, didn't you get those same vibes? This is a guy who, when he gets the championship, and I'm projecting a little bit here, just maybe you're projecting a lot here.
That is a big jump because that includes beating Patrick Mahomes, which we already said is borderline impossible.
They haven't played each other yet, so how do we know?
That is true.
They haven't played each other yet.
He could be his kryptonite.
The usurper. Right. It could, instead of Burrowhead Stadium, we're calling it Stroudhead Stadium. Doesn't really work the same way. But I hear CJ Stroud, and I see CJ Stroud looking away from that Lombardi trophy, and it just reminds me of Tom Brady, who has that mentality. And that should be your mentality every single day of your life. The next day is the greatest day of your life, even though today is also the greatest day of your life.
I will say, I 100% back up everything. It's one of those, I don't know, kind of weird sports fan things where it's like, yeah, I like that.
I like it.
I like that mentality. Yeah, but it is like kind of silly when you think about it.
It's not silly at all. Don't bring realism in here.
Also, CJ Stroud with this Kay Adams clip.
Yeah.
You're telling me that Kay Adams and the Lombardi Trophy are in the same room and he doesn't want to look at the Lombardi Trophy. I mean, he's just like any of us. Like, what is he really sacrificing here?
You are so right.
Man, like, no, I don't want to make eye contact with the Lombardi Trophy. I only want to make eye contact with you, Kay Adams, because I'm such a winner.
But he didn't have to say it. It went without saying.
Yeah.
I
also would stare at Kay Adams over the Lombardi Trophy.
Oh, yeah, I would too.
And I'm not a winner.
And it's because of her talent. But to bring it back to CJ there, and how Kay brought up that all these other players were taking selfies with the trophy. You got to be a real goober to take a selfie with the Super Bowl when you're an NFL player. Like to go back to what CJ's not looking at it. Okay, maybe that's silly. You know what's silly is taking a selfie with the Lombardi Trophy.
That is also true.
When you've never won it. Because guess what's going to happen if you don't win it? If you ever get to the game and you say something that perhaps annoys a specific fan base, people are just going to show you that picture over and over again and say, that's the closest you're ever going to get. You're just setting yourself up. And on top of that, you look like a dork. Like you didn't win it. It's the same thing with the. Sorry to bring it back to the Texas A&M fighting Aggies, but like I don't understand the Aggie ring. Like you didn't win anything. You won. If winning is spending what $100,000 on a university for an education,
yeah.
Congratulations, you won.
Yeah, they got a great education.
I feel like those rings,
champion.
Those rings, those big rings like that look like a state championship ring or something like that. No, you have to have won a state championship.
Champion of life.
I mean, me wearing my media flag championship ring around.
Well, you earned that.
I earned it. Aggie ring, bought and paid for. And just to bring it back though to CJ, I just love everything about CJ. I really do. And that's just a great moment. And yeah, I'm sorry. I am hearing and feeling Tom Brady vibes with CJ Stroud. And if you can't, then I guess you just don't know ball. That's probably the first thing. But the second thing is there's a clairvoyance that I have. And this guy is a born winner because he wouldn't look at the Lombardi Trophy. And so many others would. And then they took selfies with it. And that is legitimately just a shame. They brought shame upon their family, those people that were taking the selfies with the Lombardi Trophy. Yeah, guys, we're giving you all the CJ Stroud porn today. It's not just CJ Stroud refusing to look at the Lombardi Trophy and reminding me of Tom Brady in doing so. It's also that, just like Taylor Swift, who is like all of us, she chugged a beer. Stroud is also like all of us. How so? A lot of quarterbacks, forward-facing individuals, you don't really get a true feel for what they like and what they don't like. It's hard to be authentic when you're that forward-facing. But CJ Stroud did a couple of other guest appearances on Friday, and I thought to myself, this guy is just like me. The first example, it happened on the Pat McAfee show. At some point during an interview with CJ Stroud, who was trying to promote C4 the drink, and was doing his best to promote C4 the drink, Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer, who are two stand-up comedians, I like the former. The latter seems like he would be fun to hang out with. Whatever. Everybody has a different taste in comedy. But these guys just come into the studio, which is on Radio Row in Las Vegas. At some point, Kreischer just takes his shirt off and starts doing push-ups legitimately a foot in front of CJ Stroud. And after this 5-minute interview bomb that they did, Pat McAfee tried to clear the air because Stroud, the entire time, you could tell, was not just uncomfortable, he was annoyed by these two just coming in and being weirdos. Maybe he needed to have a drink or two in the morning. I don't know. Someone give him a Bloody Mary. Here is Pat McAfee and CJ Stroud discussing what had just taken place in studio.
Yeah, so CJ, those are two drunk whites in the wild. And we did not know that was happening on
It's all good, man.
What you give him, 2.5, 3.5 push-ups?
Yeah.
He proved you wrong.
No, he didn't do any.
Man, he didn't do any. Like, you're not extended. You don't have to combine when they make you press out.
Yeah.
That don't count.
All right, so what do you got going on with C4 now that we got the real hero in
Yeah,
here?
man, get that alcohol out of here.
That's right.
C4 here, the real stuff. The stuff that's going to have you really bouncing off the wall.
Really bouncing off the walls. Whoa. So clearly, CJ, he's competitive even when he's trying to promote a product. And you like that. But he's also relatable in that, like many people out there, he is annoyed by Bert Kreischer. Because let's be honest, Bert Kreischer's kind of annoying. He might be a great guy to hang out with. I would love to go get hammered with him. Hopefully no Russians get involved. Not because of the danger of getting killed by Russians. I just don't want to hear the machine story again. But hopefully hanging out with Bert Kreischer is fun. I would just say that if I didn't know who Bert Kreischer was and the guy came up to me, I'd be like, I hate this person. I just hate, this is a try-hard who really wants everyone to know how fun and goofy he is. He likes alcohol.
Yeah, because CJ Stroud doesn't strike me as, like, he obviously has a sense of humor.
Yes.
But he doesn't strike me as, like, a goofy guy. Like, he's not down with the foolishness, it seems like.
No, definitely not.
It just does not seem like his type of humor is like, hey, I'm gonna interrupt an interview and start doing push-ups. I could see him just being, I mean, I literally saw him do this.
Yes.
Just be like, what the hell's going on?
What is this? But I like that he gets annoyed.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. And there's another example of this, Sean. Apparently Micah Parsons' podcast is on HBO, or I guess it's called Max now. Did not know that, but he and CJ Stroud had a conversation, and CJ getting annoyed with Micah Parsons, also very relatable moment.
Steph at the 1.
Take him.
Bean at the 2.
Jordan's going to put hands and feet on Steph. Hands and feet.
And he's going to get... Are you talking about defensively?
Jordan's going to get what by Steph?
Bro, he's going to give him at least 25 to 30 for sure.
Jordan's going to get what by...
Who has stopped Steph? Who has stopped Steph? Who has stopped Steph?
Michael Jordan's getting work by who?
Who has stopped Steph?
Oh, my God.
Who has stopped Steph? Yeah.
Oh, my God. No.
Is Michael Jordan the best defender ever?
CJ, he's top 5. He's top 5 at the guard position.
He might not even be better than Kobe in defense.
Oh.
What are you talking about?
Oh. Yo.
Can I go?
Bro, are you delusional?
Can I go?
No, for real.
Can I go?
I'm worried about
Michael, oh my God.
I'm scared because the people are going to criticize you for this, man.
I don't care. I don't care what people
They're
going to
say, what is CJ? Like, they're not even going to believe you're a true hooper after saying something like that.
I don't care. I'm a bucket. I'm guard me.
Oh, my God.
Can I go?
Can't believe you said Steph Curry's getting
Can I go? Like, bro.
I got to say, so the argument was about whether or not Michael Jordan could defend Steph Curry. And I think CJ is right in that Steph would get his against Michael Jordan because guess what he's going to be doing? He's going to be dropping some threes from out. Is Michael Jordan going to be covering Steph all game? I don't know. Is Michael Jordan the greatest defensive player of all time? Either. That was news to me that came courtesy of Micah Parsons, who did not do a very good job making his case at all over the course of that. But I like how impatient CJ got with Micah Parsons there. What are you talking about? Parsons didn't say a damn thing except for at the end saying, like, "Oh, a lot of people are going to think you don't know hoop after this," and he just says, "Can I go?" I love it.
That was funny, being like, CJ, people are not going to like this. Like, just being like, I'm worried for your well-being here. CJ,
I'm worried for CJ's well-being, Sean, after this exchange in the Celebrity All-Star game, because for those who don't know, Micah Parsons is playing on one of the teams, and CJ Stroud's on the other team. So, is there going to be some actual bad blood between these two on the basketball court after they got in a heated exchange about basketball? I kind of feel like we need to nominate Laramie Tunsil to the Celebrity Basketball All-Star Game, which I think is this weekend. I don't know. Or is it next weekend?
It's this weekend.
Okay, so we need to have an enforcer there to stop Micah Parsons. Because Parsons does strike me as the kind of guy when he plays basketball, he thinks he knows basketball, but he's going to be throwing elbows around wildly like a football player out there. Which I don't hate, by the way, but he's not going to be someone who's self-aware about it. One more time, Sean?
Just don't do it to my quarterback.
Don't do it to my quarterback, right.
There definitely will be just a prediction for the Celebrity All-Star Game. There's going to be probably at least 3 ISOs with these two.
Yes.
They're going to ISO on each other so many times. They're going to have I can't even make a joke about who else would be in the Celebrity All-Star Game because I don't think I know anyone else in the Celebrity All-Star Game, but they're going to have some country music star standing in the corner next to some, I don't know, someone from a TV show. And it's just going to be CJ Stroud doing Kobe Bryant jab steps and up and unders against Micah Parsons.
CJ's definitely going to do a Kobe shot.
Well, yeah, he's from LA. So
do you think he'll point up to the heavens after
every single bucket? Every single bucket.
Do you think if he hits one of those, do you think he gets his phone out and he texts Kobe? He's like, I did that for you.
No, I think only
that's only Jason Tatum.
Yeah, only Jason Tatum does the corny stuff.
I want someone else to do it so that my favorite basketball team's best player looks a little less cringe. That's all I want. Just want somebody else to do it.
By the way, completely unrelated, only related to your favorite basketball team, and it's a guy who doesn't play for them anymore but used to. You see that Grant Williams apparently got on the nerves of Dallas Mavericks
I did. That was
players,
great.
and that's why they traded him.
That was the most predictable thing ever. Oh, boy. Well, to bring it back to CJ Stroud, guys.
Away from Grant Williams?
Away from Grant Williams. Who's worse, Bert Kreischer or Grant Williams? Good question.
713-780-3776.
So, CJ Stroud, it's not just that he's relatable because he gets annoyed by things. It's not just that he's like Tom Brady from this perspective. He's not even going to look at the trophy until he wins it. It's also CJ Stroud's very smart. Now, I have no idea about any of the words that are about to come out of CJ's mouth here, but trust me, this sounds like a smart quarterback.
But I know I see this front side mic push out, and I know, okay, I have a window with this glance route, and my eyes kind of got me home to where I'm keeping the safety kind of mid, and he ended up pushing the tank, knowing that that's the issue in the defense. So I hit Dalton on this glance in a fire zone, and honestly, I thought it was a bad ball. I got mic'd up this game. You can tell. I don't know why.
You didn't like it?
I didn't like the ball.
Oh man,
I'm a ball placement specialist
for that type of throw, man.
You know, it's all good.
I'll show from the end zone view real quick.
Yes, sir.
I love this. I absolutely love this. Now, I have no idea what he said there, but at the end, did you hear how on a great play that he made, he's like, yeah, the throw wasn't that good. I love it. He's a self-loathing perfectionist, just like me. So relatable. But he's also said a lot of smart football things there, I think. And Sean, it's like Tom Brady.
Yeah. Nate Tice seemed impressed, and
he did.
He knows ball, so I'm impressed.
Right, exactly. I know I'm supposed to be impressed by that, so I'm impressed.
And it ended in a touchdown. So you know what? From my point of view, good play.
Ended in a touchdown, but Stroud also thought it could have been better. So it's a good play. Could have been a great play.
Great mentality.
CJ's always trying to get better. And you know who else is really good at talking about things happening on a football field?
No, who?
Tom Brady.
Oh.
Here's Tom Brady with Steve Young.
Abilities. Okay, there's a probability on third down. In short, they're going to play man-to-man coverage. So therefore, on my call sheet, I'm going to call my man-to-man beaters. Oh, they didn't call man-to-man. Looks like, a simple cover 2 zone. This play isn't really working for that. Okay, in my mind, it would be like, okay, let me get to my best cover 2 play against this look, as opposed to now we get the ball. Okay, we've got a bunch of crossing routes into cover 2. That's not good. Let me hold the ball and go run it. And then people on TV go, oh, great play, way to run. And in my mind, I'm going, why did you snap the ball? I mean, you clearly knew no one's going to be open because, I don't know, in all my years of playing in 20 years, that wasn't going to be open.
Mm-hmm. Now, again, I don't know what CJ said there either. Excuse me, what Tom Brady said there. But it sounded smart. It sounded smart. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about in life. It's sounding smart. And Tom Brady sounded smart there. CJ Stroud sounded smart there. Is CJ Stroud the next coming of Tom Brady? I'm just asking the question.